we've reached a point where I'm finding an alarmingly large amount of my content on Reddit. I don't know what that means, but it seems like it's a bad sign. Guys, I was scrolling through the Galaxy Fold subreddit, and I came across this post from Traneric1, the last time I read someone's name off of Reddit. It turns out it was some sort of dirty reference to something, some sort of inappropriate thing that I did not have the courage to Google. I hope this is not another one of those sorts of things. Multitasking. 3 window 90 plus 10 50 50. So what they're showing here on this recording, eagle-eyed users among you, you may notice what's going on here is very, very interesting. They have a basically full screen app up top and then 2 split screen apps down below. This is like one step closer to open canvas or boundless view. Just so that we sort of understand exactly what's going on here, let's kind of look at how multitasking works currently with the 90-10 split. So if you open up one application and then you grab your taskbar and then let's just grab another app, and we're going to put it down at the bottom to replicate what they are showing. You can grab your little handle here and you can drag it down until you get about right here and the color starts to change, and then that is what's called a 90-10 split. So we have an app up top, and if I tap down here where YouTube is, it jumps up, it pushes the web browser up out of the way, and then you have basically another full screen app. And you can just jump back and forth between these 2 applications. So on Oppo and OnePlus devices, you can basically do this with 3 applications. You can have one app that's full screen like this up top, then you come down to another app, and then maybe over here to the right, it can slide over and there's another full screen app. It's very, very cool, and it works really, really well. You can't really do that on these Samsung devices. If I try to grab another application and I try to drag it up, I can replace the app, I can do a pop-up view, but I can't do another application. But it turns out you kind of can, but there's a weird way to do it. So in this post on Reddit, they said, hey, I found this thing and it's a bug and I don't know how I did it. They managed to kind of dig back in and figure out exactly how they did this. I'm going to show you the process because it's really weird. And I think that it really illustrates that this is a bug. So we're going to slide out our little sidebar over here, and then we're going to click on the settings gear to bring up the settings. And then when you go back, it is as if this phone has now forgotten that it's in a 90-10 split and will now allow you to do another split screen. So I'm going to grab my app drawer on the sidebar and we'll just do threads and we can drag that down, and now looky there, you can go left or right. And now I have 2 apps down below and 1 app up top. And you're able to kind of jump back and forth between these. So if I click up here, it'll slide up, and if I click back down here, it'll slide back down. There are some kind of like graphical glitches that are occasionally occurring, and sometimes it's kind of hard to actually get back down there. Like you got to touch the right spot. But by and large, you can kind of do this. Now, if you try to resize down here and try to do something like that, yeah, you can't do like another 90-10 split down here. It's just going to try to either open the app in full screen or make this one application much, much larger. But it just sort of illustrates that this is absolutely possible. This is something that Samsung could do. I'm struggling to get back up here to this other application. It may have broken. I may not be able to get back up there to it. Yeah, I think after I adjusted this, I just broke the app that's up top. So again, it's not working particularly well because it's not meant to be working. This is not something that should be happening. I can drag it down and now it's kind of went back to the normal view, and I'm trying to print something, I guess, up here. But again, it just shows that if Samsung wanted to fully just rip off Open Canvas, they could, because it's kind of almost there, broken accidentally already. Now, recently we've also seen OEMs like Honor introduce their own sort of overflow multitasking system. Phones like the Magic V5 can do 3 apps at a time, but they're all side by side. You can't do 1 below and 2 up top. It's just side by side in a row, and you can sort of jump back and forth between them. So I do love that we're seeing so many OEMs sort of experiment with this idea of overflowing multitasking, this idea of being like, these screens are big, but imagine if you just let things kind of go off the screen to be brought back in very rapidly later on, allowing this. I think, what the OnePlus Open called it initially, open canvas, I think makes a lot of sense for what this is actually doing, and it is very cool. I guess my only hope is that Google continues to push this in Android, and it appears as though that is happening, but they need to continue pushing it and sort of get to where I think Oppo and OnePlus are. I think that they still have the best version of this compared to any of the other versions that I have seen. Samsung is close, it's cool, but it's missing that third app. Honor is cool, it's close, but you can't expand the apps so that they are below. They have to be in that row, which I think makes it less useful. So keep pushing towards more and more close ripoffs of what OnePlus and Oppo have done. Guys, I do want to say thanks to Traneric1. Maybe that's how that's said. I don't know. There's no way to know such a thing. I do want to say, though, thanks for posting this. This is very, very cool. This is one of the coolest bugs, glitches, I think you'll see on the Galaxy Z Fold 7, and it kind of gives you this weird little peek into how this sort of thing could work. So Samsung, if you're watching, just do it, right? Just make this a thing. Make this a thing that we can do, and let us expand them. Just do what Oppo, OnePlus are doing. We'll all be very happy if you do that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.